Thank you for your attention. So we founded the Ithaka protocol because we feel options are everywhere, and we want to present why it will be an opportunity for the ape community to participate in the huge growth of the option market as it has taken place in the real world and in crypto. So with that said, let us give you a framework of how things have grown in the traditional markets, and then we'll bridge it into crypto and how that would look for ape. So, Marcos, do you want to? Yeah. Please.
So here's an example of two coins. One you're very familiar with, ApeCoin, and then a meme coin, MoCoin. They're both at 800 million market cap. Would you trade them differently? That's the question, right? And I think obviously the answer is yes, right? They have different volatilities. You might think one of them has a bigger chance of going up higher. One of them might actually go to zero. One of them has a team of developers behind it, right? But if you want to trade them just by going long, just buying them, you get a very similar profile, which is the payoff profile on the right side, right? So you buy it at 800. If it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, you lose money, a 1-to-1 ratio. If you do a perp, which is a derivative, it's also the same payoff profile, right? So as a trader or as somebody who's trading in financial markets, you don't have the flexibility of expressing your view fully, right? But you can do that through options.
So let's see variations of payout profiles and how they would look like. So you can be bullish, bearish, you can be long volatility, short volatility. And these are some examples of how your payoff profiles would look like. And the good news is this is not enough. You know, there is a lot more than that. There is a lot more, both in terms of expressing views across time and across states of the world. So this is just a preview of everything that you can express using options. And that's why obviously options are as popular as we're going to show you in the non-crypto world up to now, and they are growing rapidly. So in the equity market, equity derivatives in terms of annual volume are like 3 times the volume of the equities themselves. So they are big enough that it's the tail wagging the dog as far as equity derivatives are concerned. That's the same in FX, it's the same in interest rates, and these are like gigantic markets. In crypto, nevertheless, crypto market cap obviously is 2 trillion. Another way of looking at it is crypto volumes are around 10 trillion in spot, another 20 trillion in perps. Option volumes are stillborn. They are still like around 500 billion. So you could see this is a market that could grow 50 to 100 times if we think of the analogy with the traditional markets. There are various reasons why it hasn't happened yet, and we're about to debate how we address them. So, this is an example of how equity derivatives trading on the S&P 500 and the Nifty. These are the biggest derivatives markets in the world. The S&P 500 is the US, the Nifty is in India, actually, which are huge option markets. And these are in trillion, right? Look at these numbers.
Yeah, just to add to this, so options have traditionally been thought of as very much an institutional product, but what this chart is actually showing behind this, there's a lot of retail adoption, right? Both in the US and in India, zero-day trading options. So we see that options, first of all, they're bigger than spot markets in traditional financial markets. Second, they're growing at a very rapid pace. And then in crypto, we're still lagging behind.
Why are we lagging behind? So, as Marcos was saying, lagging retail adoption. The issue with options is it's hard to create liquidity. On a perp, you can just set up a virtual order book, and synthetically you can match buyers and sellers. In options, it's not as easy. There are various dimensions: expiries, strikes, puts, calls, digitals, vanillas, structured products, all these payoffs. So you need to think hard about how to create the conditions for spinning up instantly liquid markets. And that's what we worked on. So yeah, let's continue. So this is our mission statement. Allow for instant deployment of liquidity, self-enhancing, complete, composable, option strategy, structured products, and lending markets. We are well on the way there. With ETH as an underlying, you can show up on our app and engage with everything described here with all the payoffs that you saw in the previous page, but also in payoffs you can imagine yourself. You can trade and you can compose anything that is composed of the building blocks that are vanilla options, digital options, and forward. So you have an infinite variety of payoffs to experiment with. I don't know if you remember Tetris, right? But this is the equivalent. Think of building blocks as Tetris instruments that allow you to create liquidity in ways that otherwise wouldn't have been the case. So we use the example of call, put, and forward, how within our framework they match directly within the matching engine rather than relying on 3 more different participants and or a market maker to do that. So think of it as liquidity self-enhancing, accessibility, collateral optimization, and complete markets. So,
just to add to this, this innovation of the way we match risks at the building blocks level, it's something that it's an innovation that we're launching within crypto, but it's innovative for traditional finance, centralized finance, as well as DeFi as well, right? So it's something that you have not seen. We come from a traditional finance background, both worked at Goldman Sachs and other investment banks. And this is done usually internally by traders. It's not actually done at the protocol level or the platform level. And this is extremely interesting, innovative part that we can that crypto is allowing us to bring that to anyone, anywhere.
So we launched a few weeks ago, I think is the best way of describing it. You can check us out on DeFi Llama. We are anywhere between number 1 and number 4 volume-wise in options, just using ETH as underlying. And we invite you to experiment. Most importantly is that this is an infrastructure framework for launching option strategy, and lending markets across any underlying. And obviously, one of the underlyings that we have done the preliminary work to engage with is ApeCoin. And we're going to share how that has evolved so far. So this is our investors and who has been involved. We have plenty of support that we can count on. And here you can see there's a QR code for the AIP we have worked on with All City and members of the ApeCoin Council. And you can see in more detail some of the framework we presented. And we would welcome any feedback as we are working towards building up the community. So lots of work has been done, lots of work to do. We appreciate all help and all support and the opportunity to talk to you and to everyone online. So thank you from my side.
Yeah, we're excited to have ApeCoin options coming to market soon. So we appreciate the attention. Thank you.